There's a beautiful day headed your way.
Hello and welcome to the campaign today. I'm Edmonds Owhorode.
Hello, and I'm Joanna Owhorode.
Today we are starting with where we wrapped up previously, and this is Stop Molestation webinar. We're going across the nation of India, and this should be the 7th webinar right now, the live 7th webinar, and it is Stop Molestation
Maharashtra. Focusing on Mumbai, Maharashtra, the state of Maharashtra.
I like that state, you know. Yeah,
Why
I
do you
don't know.
like it?
I just like this state.
It's a very hot city. Mumbai is a very hot city in India.
Yeah, it looks like the city where I lived in Nigeria, Lagos City. I think it is also the commercial
It's a business city and it's a star city. Yes.
Even also Lagos is the commercial capital of Nigeria. So I can understand the heat and whatever it is. Wherever you're watching from, this is Stop Molestation webinar online live. Now we're on 3 networks. We're on the social networks. We're on our Facebook page. We're on the YouTube page. We're as well on a private radio station, and that is Tan Radio. So wherever you're listening to us from, this is Stop Molestation campaign webinar we're having from Maharashtra. So wherever you're calling from, let's have your say, let's have your voice, let's have, if you have an experience, let's hear your experience, what you've gone through. People want to learn, and people want to hear you, what's going on. Also, you can send in your voice notes, you can send in SMS messages, we can track it up right here from the studio, and we can know exactly what is on your mind. Thank you for tuning in. Now, last time we stopped at when a staff is molested in the company. I said we'll try to put in some light, but then we closed in a very the close was very hot, and I would like to go again to that, and that is the reporters. One of our men here is on the camera already. He's a media person, trained media personnel and professional. So he was reaching out to people, and when he was reaching out to people, his friends and others, so they can have say, and being Indians, so they can speak. Now, when he did that, he came across one of his friends whose boss or authorities where he or she works said that anyway these people are not qualified to give counsel. So now first of all, I want to say that we don't give counsel. This is not a counseling
program.
It is not a point to counsel you what to do, but this is a point where we have a say. It's a point where we voice out. It's a platform that we create like an online protest. You see, when you protest on the streets of India, the news may carry it or not, and that's all. But when you protest on the streets of India or on any platform, going on the social network, your reach is the world. So global reach. So that's what makes this webinar unique. And if you want to know more about Stop Molestation webinar, you should look at the very first and second webinar we had. We introduced the campaign, and we spoke so many things. So you have to always refer to that campaign. Many questions and contributions people ask and make, it was all discussed in the first and second Stop Molestation webinar. Now, coming back to that statement, offensive statement of the authorities of our friend's friend who wanted to help
anti-suicide and success campaign incoming call.
I'll pick this call before we continue. Hello, welcome to Stop Molestation webinar online.
Hello.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, Edmonds, I'm going to be calling you.
Can you repeat, please?
I'm Gandhi from Bell.
You are calling from which location?
Yeah, Isipura, last Sunday I met you. Brother Dandi, Dashrath Dandi.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, this
Yeah,
is
thank you.
a Stop Molestation campaign live. We're live. Do you have any contribution, or you have anything you want to say to India, or what they should do about stopping molestation?
I just called you. I just wanted to say hello to you.
Okay, thank you very much. Right now, this number is live on air. Thank you for calling. Thank you very much.
Okay,
This number is live on air. Now, concerning that he was calling to speak
Yes.
personally, he did not
so,
know.
Yeah, so this is not a counseling program, but this is a program for humanitarian basis. We see what are the challenges in the society, so we go in there and when we hear the voice, a cry, we need to give an answer. So every one of us must be an answer.
But they said
So-
you are not qualified to give an answer.
That's what last time we said, that it does not need to be a professional to save someone's life.
To feel
How
pain.
much of professionalism do you need to go and save someone in a village? How many professionals are reaching out to villages? How far can professionals reach to? It's only in the city, and the people who are aware of them, they can get to them. So this is something where every one of them has mobile phones and they come on Facebook, and so we want to bring an awareness, because do you know there's a heat in the nation? There is a heat in the nation. Come on, atrocities upon atrocities over little children, and that's very, very terrible.
Having headlines here.
That's very terrible. So when you look at something like that, don't you have anything to speak? We have something to speak because we are thinking in the right mind. So if you are in the right mind, and if you have a heart of love for someone, you will definitely find an answer. You would give an answer to somebody. You would not be talking and gossiping and be complaining or making issue that whether they are fit to do counsel something or they are not fit to. That's not it all about. This is about saving someone's life.
Yes.
That's what we focus on.
Yes.
We have been doing anti-suicide and success campaign. There has been an incident that I remember that was so embarrassing to me in this city of Bangalore, because we are there on the streets on August 15, Independence Day, right on MG Road.
Yes.
Campaigning for anti-suicide.
One of the hottest points in the
Anti-suicide,
city of
because
Bangalore.
Bangalore has been known as a suicide capital in this nation. So because of that, we want to be an answer. We keep looking at the newspapers, news upon news upon news, and suicide upon suicide. So we want to save lives, save someone's life, because we want to speak something to them that will really encourage them. So we came out with that few years back. And when we went to the streets of MG Road and we began to speak there, we began to do the campaign, we were sharing the flyers, and in few minutes we had media come there. And when the media came there and they asked us questions and you spoke to them,
Yes, I spoke to them. I remember.
it was really, to me it is really so touching, because I'm not speaking because he is my husband. Come on, here someone is not even a citizen of this nation. It's from some other nation and has a passion to save someone's life here. So that shows a humanitarian basis. It's a humanitarian
It's
service.
become part of the nation.
You can't be talking and counting, and here people come on what is that, Instagram, Twitter, and they question and they say, what kind of visa are you on, because you're saving someone's life. I don't understand that you as an Indian, you are supposed to stand for another citizen, another Indian, and give answer. Instead of that, don't discourage and put down a program that is standing to save someone's life. Stand together in unity and save someone's life. For that, you need to really have a heart of love to save someone.
Yes.
Not a heart that will look at destruction, look at atrocities, cost, and just be talking and putting down programs. If you don't have anything, just be quiet. You don't need to give any negative comments about it. you have any contribution, you need to help, stand together, and that will definitely make a mark.
Yes.
It will make a mark, and that's what we are here for. That's what we are sitting here. It's not very easy for us to be coming and be doing it always, but we are just doing it consistently because we want to make a mark. We as citizens, we want to do something. We want to be an answer to somebody somewhere who is hearing, because I know love can give an answer to someone's life.
Yes.
When someone hear the voice, someone may look at the program, some hope will come into them, and they will have a hope to live. They may be
People will
going
be
through so
free
much of
from-
trauma.
yes,
So
from
many
that
calls
trauma.
come, and the calls, they are so encouraged, you know. So that day I remember we had a campaign on Stop Suicide, and it was an embarrassing moment for our campaigners and for us, because after everything the media came and took the news and everything, and the evening we were waiting to watch if it will be broadcasted, so that people will be aware that they must listen, they must hear that a campaign is going on to stop suicide, because someone cares for your life.
Yes.
So I thought they would look into that point in that way. But do you know, to my surprise, in the news they were having a report on save tree, save green, plant trees. That was the news that was carrying in that same channel, not save life. I was so embarrassed. I cannot forget that experience. I mean, I being a Bangalorean, it was an embarrassment for me when our media did not stand. Why are we talking about this? Because last session we had a question come up, and the question was like, why is media not concerned about something good that is happening? And you said that because it all counts, you know, it all costs. It costs influence,
the
it costs
viewer-
money, it costs many things.
Yeah, one of the viewer.
Yeah, so something you do for a good cause must have a voice. It must be counted in,
Yes.
because it costs somebody's life, and we are here to give that life
Yes.
to someone. I know somebody who is hearing will definitely will have that hope, will have that comfort. So it is important for us to continue to move on with the program,
Yes.
and be encourage ourselves to move on. Whoever stand with us, we keep standing, we keep doing for this good cause. We will always stand.
You know, it's amazing. You have said it all. You have said what is the embarrassment. You have said what we should do. You have said what we are doing.
Yes.
So my contribution is inside what you have spoken. You see. Finally, concerning that person who made that comment that they are not qualified to be counsel, we just want to reiterate, we just want to resound to the viewers again that this is not a counseling program. This is a campaign where we stand against molestation,
Yeah.
and we create a platform for people to air their voice. It is not a counseling program. So those who are thinking that it's a counseling program and we are not qualified to counsel, you have answered them.
Yes.
You don't need to be a professional for you to feel the pain, for you to feel the pain and the hurt people go through.
Yes.
You don't need to be a professional to feel that. Yes. Thank you, honey, for answering that. Now, we are looking at the concluding part where we talked about people who are
Working.
working.
Also, when you say this point, I remember Mumbai is a very hot city, commercial city, where people go there looking for jobs. It's a very big commercial city, so it's very relevant for them in this program to talk about this, because there's a lot of molestation happening there in offices and different sectors.
Now, if we have one caller, wherever you are, the number is right on the screen, 974-274-3406, and we are looking at Maharashtra, Stop Molestation. So wherever you're calling from, you go ahead and give that live call, and we'll be able to answer that call and be able to know what is going on right where you are. So it's something that has happened to so many people, but some are not willing to share because first of all they work there.
Yeah.
And if you share, you are looking like enemy of progress.
Basically, because people have insecurity. Insecurity as
Their
in
job.
what if they lose their job,
Their
because
job.
some bosses molest the staff. So they are very insecure about the job, and if they leave, where would they go? How would they find another? So they just swallow it up. So how best can these companies really help their employees to
Like,
be safe and
Like
secure?
our dear caller, Priscilla, she's been part of the campaign with all these wonderful people. She has outlined those things that you need to do, and one of the very important aspects she talked about is the company policy concerning sexual molestation. So it's good, she said, that we should request for the company policy.
Hmm.
When we are being interviewed, we should request for the company policy. So that's one thing. Now, in the cases where you can request for the company policy, then you have to make your policy known.
Yes.
And because if the company doesn't have a policy, you have your policy. How you would work with your boss and others, you should have your policy. So that's wonderful. Now, there are so many comments and text shared on this on our group, which is responsible for sharing the tweets and the news of this
Yeah.
campaign. So I just wanted to read the headlines
Okay.
that we had
Yeah.
from the last time, the headlines that were shared by the committee members in that group. Just headlines. I want to read the headlines.
Yeah, here we have a news. A 60-year-old held for raping and killing 4-year-old granddaughter.
Now,
It's a 60-year-old man has been arrested for allegedly raping and murdering his 4-year-old granddaughter in Chhattisgarh. After killing the child, the accused hid her under dry grass, pretending that she was missing, and later threw her body in muddy water near his house. A dog squad dug out a blood-stained
his
cloth from the
granddaughter.
prime spot.
He's the
Yes,
granddaughter.
his own granddaughter. Prime spot helping in identifying the accused. See, these are the kind of atrocities that is going on. It's so terrible.
And people dare to talk about you are not you are not qualified to answer it. Who is qualified to feel that pain?
Yes.
A human being. Reading the other headlines, that's very
Yeah,
sad.
there's another one. Bihar, 14-year-old gang rape by foe,
See that.
and video allegedly circulated on social media network.
See that. So how do we handle this? How do we handle this? Do we handle this by feeling sorry and saying, "Oh, it's a pity what is happening in this nation? Something is wrong," or should we make it religious, saying it is spirit, it is devil, it is evil spirit? We've got to come out and do something.
Very serious it is. There's another
Very,
case
very
is
important.
65-year-old arrested for raping, murdering 1-year-old baby on Pune outskirts. Hindustan Times.
See all this.
65-year-old 1-year-old baby.
Okay, was the baby wearing dupatta or
I mean,
tights, or was the baby opening the baby's cleavage? What cleavage does the baby have? What private part does the baby have? Just a baby. So how can you classify that?
Yeah.
How can you classify
This
that?
is just an inhuman act.
That's all. This is a pedophile. This is
It's inhuman, and
very,
every
very
human
inhuman.
with the right thinking must stand
You
against
will not get a dog rape a puppy.
So is it hard for human beings to stand up and speak your voice and voice out these atrocities and say stop to it and bring a right thinking in the coming next generation? This is what we are doing here.
You know, I was very embarrassed, like I told you last time, when I contacted a very important person to speak in this program, and there was not a single response. But the answer has been given. Can we have another headline if it is there?
A
Otherwise,
Goa police constable, minor arrested for allegedly raping 17-year-old girl. Hindustan Times.
even law holders people who are supposed to protect the law, people who are supposed to uphold the law, now they're doing it. You know, and I have to say this because we talk about it all the time. We talk about the Ketua.
Yeah.
Okay, they don't want to name the girl's name. They only talk about the Ketua's case. You know. So it's become a political affair. It's become something that it's become political. We cannot speak now about it. But we've got to do something about it. Wherever you are, your voice has to be heard. This campaign, Stop Molestation webinar live, Maharashtra. You share it on your timeline, share it with your friends, and let them eat.
The 65-year-old that was arrested for raping and murdering 1-year-old baby on Pune outskirts. It is Maharashtra.
See that?
It has been reported in Hindustan Times newspaper.
See that? So share it on your timeline, share it with your friends, and let them input their comment, let their voice be heard, and let the world know what Indians are doing to the situation that is at hand. It's very, very important. It's very, very important. Good. Thank you very much. I think that's all for the headlines, right?
Yes.
Good. I think that's all we can take for today, because we'll be going offline now, but we've come on.
Yeah, many episodes we have spoken.
Anti-suicide and success campaign incoming call.
Hello, welcome to the webinar. This is Stop Molestation webinar Maharashtra.
Hello, this is Raj Lakshmi. Sir. Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening, our regular caller, Raj Lakshmi. Thank you for calling in. What is cooking today?
Today I have got lot of stuff to say. So I just wanted to ask how much time do I have?
Wow.
So that is
Okay, let's start and see how much we can take.
yeah. Okay. First,
First of all, how are you doing today?
I'll say 1 minute. Let me just shift one sec.
First of all, how are you doing today?
Yeah. I'm fine. I'm doing fine.
All right. So what's cooking today for the campaign? Stop molestation webinar.
Yes, actually last week I discussed about this workplace molestation. So I wanted to contribute regarding that only.
Okay.
Okay. Before talking about this workplace molestation, I just wanted to give some statistics about this women employees and what is their stand in the organization. So the latest statistics which states that India ranks 139th position out of 145 countries when it comes to the economic participation of women. So by 2025, we can add $700 billion to our GDP, that is India's GDP, if we achieve this gender parity by appointing women.
I'm not understanding your statistics.
Yeah.
Can you make me understand your statistics, please?
Yes, I'm just telling that out of 145 countries, India stands in 139th position when it comes to the economic participation of women. So that much women are getting participated in the organization. They are contributing to GDP of
in other
India.
words, they are accomplishing gender equality.
Yes.
Okay.
So by what they are telling us, by 2025, if we give this gender parity, our GDP will increase by $700 billion.
Okay.
And hello, can you hear me, sir?
Loud and clear.
Okay, because for me, from your side, the audio is not very clear, so I'm not very sure.
Also, I cannot hear myself, but it's okay. You just have to take it that way. Tell me.
Okay. Yeah. And regarding the sexual harassment in the workplace, I just wanted to tell that it's 5 years ago, 2013, in November or December, this law came into existence. It was in force, and it is called Sexual Harassment of Women at Workplace Prevention, Prohibition and Redressal Act,
Okay.
2013.
Okay. Would like to have an email also of this very important information that you are circulating now.
Yes.
Okay. Speak on, please.
Pardon, sir?
Speak away, please.
Yeah, okay. One more thing is we have a Federation of Indian Chambers of Commerce and Industry, which is an association of business organizations. So as per their survey, 36% of the Indian companies and 25% of the MNCs are not compliant with the Sexual Harassment Act. So they are not, it's not fully come into force for all the organizations in India.
50% of the working industry.
Yes, including the software and factories, everything.
Well, now, I want to ask you, does this include the government sector?
Not only government sector, in this workplace, this act is applicable to every organization. So this Sexual Harassment Act, what it requires is
Yeah.
every branch having more than 10 employees of any gender, it requires that an internal complaints committee must be set up according to this act. So it's whether it's government or private or public sector, whichever sector is there, if a company has more than 10 employees, they are required to set up this internal complaints committee, which falls under Sexual Harassment Code. This is the first thing what the act requires.
Okay.
And yes, and I happened to speak to some of my friends around 8 to 9 friends who are working in different MNCs and middle scale industries, and then little bit lower everyone. So in MNCs, I have seen it's all like common in the sense whatever I was able to inform with their conversation was the sexual harassment is defined as we had defined like section 354 in our previous sessions. We had explained it in detail. So that is what they also define as sexual harassment, like stalking and voyeurism, those things which we discussed. That is what they have. And the reporting procedure, everywhere it is a common thing which says that they can report either to a supervisor or a HR department or any member of this internal complaint committee, which is ICC, etc. So the investigation process goes like this, like in the first meeting, the investigation committee member, they hear the complainant and record his or her allegation. So this sexual harassment is not only for women, but it also includes men.
Yeah, because I was just...
we just saw in news.
I just got can you give the headline, please? There's one headline that just came up now.
Yeah,
okay.
17-year-old boy gang raped by 5 men in Ghaziabad, an iron rod inserted into his private parts.
See that? So it's not just about women.
Yes.
Yes.
So also I was just discussing about this investigation process, how it goes on in the workplace. So in the first meeting, they hear the complainant and they record whatever is the complaint. And the second one is like the complainant here can submit any material with documentary proof, any written material,
like photographs, CCTV footage, etc.
Yes. And everywhere I have seen like they insist on recordings, written complaint and records which is in a written pattern. That is what I saw in lot of articles.
Okay.
And as a third step, what they are doing is they call that alleged person for a disposition before the committee, so that they can give him an opportunity to give an explanation, him or her, whoever is there, before proceeding with anything. And then the committee will collect the information. They will, they will collect the information, and they also will find out the relevant sources if the alleged person has any previous or past record of such things. And after doing all this investigation, they conclude the investigation comes and it should be documented and the actions are taken by the committee. Now when they come to action...
One moment,
hello?
please. Is there any medical...
Pardon?
Is there any medical test done also in this process?
Sir, I'm not able to. It's not clear.
Is there
for me
any
here.
medical test in the process?
Medical, actually, now when it comes to this sexual harassment in workplace, they have not defined, only in case of like at the height where it requires, when the person goes to rape case of only that time. So here, mostly sexual harassment, they have not defined something to the level of rape or something. So that was, I didn't find anything
But
in the conversation.
obviously it is covered.
Pardon?
Obviously that is also covered.
Yes, that will, if that's the case, of course it will, the complainant must have to go undergo this medical process. So here the actions which are taken by this ICC, this Internal Complaint Committee, it comes like it is in the first section. One is separation, that is termination from the employment. So there and all termination from the employment is applicable. Then a supervisor or a colleague, they ask for a sexual favor in return of some favors extended at work. So in
What about when it has to do with the CEO or the founder?
Pardon?
What about it has to do with the CEO or the founder? Who's going to retire him? Who's going to fire him?
I'll come to that. There is a point like when the accused retaliates against the complainant by giving a poor performance or anything that of offensive behavior, they are also terminated.
What if the molester happens to be the CEO or the founder of the company?
So the law is applicable for everybody. The thing is, the internal complaint committee must show they should take the right judgment. If they are purchased by the CEO or something, then it is internal politics. I don't know. I mean, it may not be.
It has to go out to the law.
Okay. Okay, I'll let you know. Yes, this Sexual Harassment Act, what it was, the first thing what they have mentioned is like they can, in the workplace, they need to have an internal complaint committee. If it is a small scale organization or middle scale where there is no such committee, there must be a committee in a local area which is accessible for all the employees. So if an employee is not able to approach any of the committee within the organization, they need to approach. Now, whether the committee is established in all the local areas or not, I'm not sure, but the law requires it.
How do they contact these committees in the local area?
Pardon?
How do they contact these committees?
Yeah, there are addresses. There are addresses. I mean, I think through some media or something. I'm not very sure where all this committee, but the Act requires it. So maybe we have to probe much more into in which all areas such committee has been established so far. I don't have the statistics of the local area committee if it is set up, but the Act requires so. And it was established in 2013. So by 5 years, I'm sure a lot of areas would have been covered.
Man, thank you.
So this was separation. The first thing was termination, and in certain cases they issue warning letters. So warning letters are issued in the instance where there is stalking or some exchange of this obscene emails or repeatedly insisting on a romantic relationship even after the other person has refused. So in that case, a warning letter is issued, and to the complainant. Now the person who is complaining, the accuser, if he or she has filed for wrong reasons, this causing damage to the image of the accused or something, there also they issue warning letter to the complainant. And so the third one is they also have the provision of counseling. Now, wherever there is an attempting of a romantic relationship or a consensual relationship breakdown, so they provide counseling, the internal complainant committee.
Okay.
And also there is the fourth one is there will be change in the team or role. When the accused and the victim are in the same team, they try to change the team of the accused. victim, sorry.
Yes.
So, and if there is any proven romantic relationship between the manager or reportee, then also they try to change it instead of terminating them immediately. So this is the basic this thing which I have seen in all the corporate policies as far as I have spoken to my friends. And middle scale and lower scale, they just told that they don't have any written policy under HR, but whenever such instance comes, they investigate and they terminate the employee, the accused.
Great information this is. Great information this is.
I wanted to give also certain the statistics like the sexual harassment cases in the workplace over the past 3 years. It has been raised
I'm interested
by
about
45%.
I'm interested about that so that the audience, the viewers, will know practically what's
Hello,
happening.
sir, I'm not able to hear you. Can you be a little bit louder?
Can you get into the statistics, please?
Yeah, can you give us the statistics again?
Yeah, actually there is a 45% rise in the sexual harassment cases at workplace over past 3 years. So now the increase in the number of cases, we have to notice one point, that increase in the number of cases doesn't always mean that the crime has increased, but it could also signify that we have more number of victims who are coming forward to demand justice. And 38% women had faced sexual harassment at their workplace.
How many percentage?
38%.
Pardon?
38 married women. 38%.
38% have faced sexual harassment in their workplaces, according to the survey in 2017. And 69% of the working women, they do not report the sexual harassment at their workplace, fearing retaliation and all those, whatever the consequences they might have to face.
It's very
after the
interesting.
complaint.
At this point, I have to ask you this question.
Yeah.
When people follow these government laws, especially the women who are molested or who molestation was attempted on, when they follow just listen. When they follow these steps, they are scared that they will lose their job. How can they have assurance that if they disclose the molester,
I'm very sorry that I'm not at all able to hear.
One moment, it will be said to you. One moment. How are you sure that when these women disclose the molester, how are you sure they are protected and their jobs are protected? Because that's the key thing.
You said, how are you sure that these women who are molested, if they report it, how sure are you that they will be protected in their job and they have a secure job there?
No, that is the thing. Because of this reason, only almost 69% they are not reporting. But few are like around. Many of them have said that the internal complaint committee, they have really worked well and they have protected them and they are able to give them a safe and sound working environment.
Okay.
That is why I'm giving the statistic. 38% women are facing the sexual harassment. Out of the 38%, 69%
are not
they don't report.
Yes, most of them are in this insecurity.
Yes.
Especially when it comes to job and things like that, they are insecure and they are able to take it up and just keep quiet rather than reporting and coming out. But it's very sad because these are enlightened women who are literates, who are enlightened. So they are supposed to be bold about these things. It's just because the job becomes like a weakness to them. Because if they lose the job, so concerning that's the insecurity. So this insecurity is robbing them not to confess or to bring out the matters, and that keeps going on and on and on and on in workplaces, and it will not stop until that's why in this campaign we always speak. We say that you must speak, you must voice out. You know, if some woman can be daring to speak out, that company will change.
Yes.
Because they will be aware that there are issues going on, and that awareness will really make a change. And if those changes can happen in a company where you know the number of people in the company, if it can happen, surely this same thing can happen even in the states and the nation too. So coming out to speak boldly is very important. Someone has to take a step to speak and living their
There's a beautiful day headed your way. There's a beautiful day headed your way. There's a beautiful day headed your way. There's a
Matter to them, so they have to speak out.
yes.
You know what matters to some of them is financial security.
Yeah, what matters is financial security
To some of them.
to some
Most
of them.
They
Yes.
will keep.
Yes.
Oh, thank you so much for your time today, Raj Lakshmi.
Yes, sir, but I have something else also to tell. The last thing I think it will
Yes,
be like,
please,
what
quickly
are the
tell us.
essential things which an employee must know in their workplace?
Yes, tell us.
So, first of all, the employee must know that they all are covered under the Act, even if they are part-time, full-time, or an intern. So, they are covered in the Act.
Okay.
Secondly, they need to recognize the sexual harassment. So they need to know, because a lot of times they don't know whether the opposite person is harassing them sexually or not. That also they are ignorant, or I don't know what is called
Because
innocent or
these
what.
things have become a secret things. It happens in
Yes.
the homes, it happens in school, it happens in offices, it happens everywhere. So it's become a very a secret thing. So people are used to keep it secret as private.
Yeah.
They deal with it as a private matter personally.
Yeah.
So they may share only
I-
with somebody who is close to them, but
not
not
to the
deal with
extent
the
of
issue.
reporting it.
They won't make a issue about it or report it so that it can be heard or stopped.
Yes. And the third thing is like they should know when and where to complain, whether it is internal committee or in the absence of the internal committee, local committee in the area. They should have the knowledge of this, because now this topic has been like it's becoming a hot topic everywhere.
Yes.
I think every woman must be aware, and they should. It was very surprising for me that many of my friends with whom I discuss about this HR policy, they have never read the HR policy. It's quite shocking, because when you join a company, if you have not read the company policy and all the other procedures and the rules regarding, so they were very surprising. I don't know, probably when I spoke to some of my friends and they were able to come up with this, they were able to, at least they went back and they read it.
Thank you very much. Any other points you'd like to add to that?
Yes,
Any other point you have to add to it?
that's it. I think, yeah, this is the thing they must. So the thing is, every employee must know that they are covered. They must come out. That's it. This
Okay.
is what I got as a short report.
Okay, thank you very much for your valuable time and calling us and giving this contribution. It will be very helpful for our viewers.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, Raj
ma'am.
Lakshmi.
Thank
Thank
you,
you,
sir.
thank
Yeah.
you,
Thank you. Bye, bye.
Wow, very important information.
To complete,
Stop Molestation, Maharashtra. That's wonderful. We use this to close the note for today.
yes.
Yes, thank you very much for tuning in wherever you are listening from. TAN Radio, YouTube channel, and Facebook page. We would like you to share your comments about Stop Molestation, your experience, your comment, your voice. Let the world hear what you have to say about molestation happening in India. And we all from the studio here, I am Edmonds of Owhorode.
And I'm Joanna Owhorode.
We are from here. We say thank you for tuning in. We'll see you next week Friday. And next week Friday, honey. Next week Friday. Where are we going?
Andhra Pradesh.
Andhra Pradesh. That's wonderful. Stop Molestation AP, right?
Yes, AP.
So see you next Friday. Stop Molestation webinar AP. Thank you.
Thank you.
There's a beautiful day headed your way. Keep your head up, up, up. You'll be okay. A beautiful day waiting for you. Just open your eyes. You'll see it's true. Good times, sunshine. Gonna be here in no time now. Bad times, gray skies. Push them all away, turn them upside down. You're gonna break new ground. Turn everything around. You're gonna live your life. There's a beautiful